Good afternoon, children. I have deleted previous video because my sound was not clear. Anyhow, in my first video I had explained about the work. So let us write definition for the work. So what is work? It is defined as the product of force and displacement. The product of force and displacement. So what is work? So don't get confused. In some books it will be given as component of force. Component of force means cos theta. So now W is equal to F into S. That is Fs, we can write F dot S cos theta. Now let us go for the units of work. Now here SI unit. First of all we will write SI unit is joule and CGS unit is arc. And 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power of 7 arcs. From where we are getting this value? Let us go for the formula. That is work is equal to F dot S. F means the SI unit of force is Newton and for displacement it is meter. So you know that 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power of 5 dynes. This you should remember always. So now and 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. 100 centimeter means we can write it as 10 square. So right now here 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power of 5 dynes and 1 meter is equal to 10 square centimeter. So when bases are saved, powers are added. So it is 5 plus 2 is 7. So 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power of 7 arcs. Got it? Right. So this you have to remember these values. 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power of 7 arcs. 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power of 5 dynes. This you should not forget it as a physics student. And one more value what you have to remember always, the small g value is 9.8 meter per second square. Never forget about this because this is used while solving the numerical problems in physics. Now let us go for the types of work. So what are the different types of work? So in your textbook also it is explained by giving different examples. I will discuss that also. Now let us see depending upon the nature of work. Depending upon the nature of work is divided into 3 types. What are the different 3 types? First one is positive, okay, then it is negative, and the last one is zero. Okay, positive, negative and zero. So for positive work generally whenever the force, what are our 2 components of work? Force and displacement. When the force and displacement both are acting in same direction, when both are in same direction, then the work is said to be positive. For example, I am throwing this ball. Okay, it is coming down. Ball is coming downward direction. So ball when I am throwing, it is coming in downward direction, and you know that force of gravity also act in downward direction, right? So both are in same direction. Force and gravity both are in same direction. Then the work is said to be positive. Okay. Now if I throw this ball upward, it is going against the gravity. It is going against the gravity. See here, when the ball is thrown upward, it is going up and the force of gravity acts downward. Both are in opposite direction. Then this type of force is called negative force. Okay. Now here we can write it as W is equal to minus F into S. Here we will write W is equal to F into S. Right. Now what is zero work? Zero work means, see many times you might have seen mainly near the railway station, bus station, coolie, you know coolie, the person who has porter, what we can say. He is carrying a load on his head. If suppose he is standing still without walking, though he is carrying load on his head, he is not moving, then he is not doing any kind of work. Okay, no work is done by him. Suppose if he walks a distance, then he is doing the work. So what is zero work? When the person is carrying heavy lift or whatever he is doing, but he is not displacing, he is not moving, then he is not doing any work. In your textbook example is given by taking a girl named Priyanka. Priyanka is preparing for the exams. Okay, so she is studying very hard work, doing very much hard work, like reading, learning things, learning from explanations, learning from the workbook, learning from the previous exam papers, etc., etc. But in terms of science, in terms of physics, she is not doing any kind of work. Okay, though she is doing very much hard work, but she is not doing any kind of work. Why? Because there is no force, there is no displacement. Okay, whenever any one component, either force or displacement becomes zero, the work will be zero. You know that something multiplied with 0 is Suppose if you take 100 also, 100 is multiplied with 0 is 0. Okay. So when any one component becomes 0, work will become 0. If both the components are 0, anyhow work is 0. Okay. So right, in many examples are given in your textbook for this work to show about positive, negative and what we say zero work. Say for example, one more example is given for negative work in your textbook. One ball is there. Okay. Suppose there is a friction. This is rough road. Okay, rough plane. When it is rough, what happens when you push the ball? Suppose like this, when you are just to push the ball, it is going. After some time, it is stopping. See, by itself. No one is stopping it. Okay, it has stopped by itself. Why? Because whenever the body is moving, when two surfaces are in contact, an opposite force will develop. That is called frictional force. You might have learned in the lesson friction. Okay. So what is frictional force? The force that develops against the motion of a body. Against the motion of a body. When two surfaces of a body are in contact. Okay. So when a ball is moving in forward in this direction, it will come to rest by itself because of the frictional force. So here frictional force is acting in this direction. Displacement of the ball is going in this direction. Both are opposite to each other. So which type of work it is? Negative work. Right? Understand? So by this we have many examples that you can understand negative work, positive work and zero work. Okay. What is positive work, what is negative work and what is zero work. See, it is given in the government textbook. See here the diagrams. See what the man is doing here. A man is lifting cement bags from the ground to keep in the lorry. Okay. That means he is displacing the bags from ground to the lorry. That means he is doing the work. He is doing the work. Right? Understand? If suppose he stands still, that means he is not doing any work. Here you see the potter is standing with the luggage on his head. When he is not moving, that means he is not doing any kind of work. That means here it is zero work. Okay. Now here you see the girl is pulling the toy cars. The girl is pulling the toy cars. She is applying force in this direction and cars are also moving in this direction. Both are in same direction. That's why the work done is positive. Now here you see what this boy is doing. He is trying to pull the rock. It is heavy, big one, no? Huge rock it is. So what happens? Though he is applying force, he cannot move the rock. He cannot move the rock. That means there is no displacement. When there is no displacement, the work done is again zero. Right? Understand? Now you see in this book itself, we have some definitions. Definition of work is there. What is? It is the displacement moved along the direction of the force. Product of the force and the displacement along the direction of the force. Just now I have given this. Now again, the unit of force is joule. What is 1 joule? Amount of work done on an object when a force of 1 Newton displaces it by 1 meter along the line of action of force. This is called 1 joule. Okay, understand? What is 1 joule? How much amount of work you are doing to displace a body, displace an object by 1 meter by applying how much force? 1 Newton. That is called 1 joule. Okay, understand? One more diagram is there. You see this ball. First, when the ball is thrown upward, okay, it is taking time 2 seconds. See, 1 second, then again 2 seconds. When it reaches a maximum height, it stays for a fraction of a second, then it comes back. This you have to remember. When you are throwing, that is taken as initial velocity, that is u. When you are throwing up, when it is reaching a maximum height, the final velocity is taken as v. This v will